What's going on, guys? Uncle Lee, Bogear RC Videos. So today I just want to make a little quick video and let y'all know what's going on with the channel, with me, and with these two trucks right here. It's been pretty hectic this week. I'd like to do a video at least once a week, sometimes twice a week, but anyhow, yeah, 16 hours yesterday, 11 hours today. I've been, working pretty hard. But like they say, the show must go on. So anyhow, what we have here, Ugly Bubba, Mr. Testosterone, the alpha male. Yeah, there's some parts that I've been looking for this. I don't want to put just any parts on Ugly Bubba. Everybody that's watched along knows that Ugly Bubba has pretty much the best parts on it. And, well, so there's some things I've been looking for, and some things that you run into as you're building that you might not consider, like, my servo wire isn't long enough to reach the receiver. But fortunately, I've found some parts, and we're going to start getting back into Ugly Bubba real soon. And that's one of the reasons I got this TRX-4, because I don't want to rush Ugly Bubba. I am patient. And last video out with the TRX-4, we got everything up out of the way, moved the bumpers up, well, the front bumper anyway, and also trimmed the trailer hitch off the back bumper. Let's check this out, guys. Yes, sir, I decided that we need to give this TRX-4 Sport a name, because he's going to be Ugly Bubba's little brother. So, yeah, we're going to call him Hannibal, because he's a natural born killer. Anyhow, yeah, and the stickers came compliments of Fields Hobby, by the way. Sure enough. So moving along with this one, one of the things I found out, guys, was, I mentioned it last video, the steering servo was crap. And I went to looking up the specs on the steering servo, 9 kilograms, which in English means about 122 inch-ounces of steering torque, which is puny. And anyhow, I decided that while I was picking up parts for Bubba, that I would go ahead on and get a new steering servo. Now, unlike I'm doing with Ugly Bubba, I just picked up kind of a cheap steering servo. It's 20 kilograms, which in English means about 277 inch-ounces of torque. And I picked up I think this is a Hot Racing steering horn. I had to do some modifications on that to get it to work, but we got it going on. And anyhow, after over doubling my torque, it still didn't steer too much better. I mean, maybe a little bit, but not too much better. Oh, and this is all metal gears and waterproof, by the way. It's what is this thing called? A Dooman. I guess it's a Chinese servo. It was pretty cheap. It was better than the 9 kilogram junk that was in this traxxass. But anyhow, so I put that in there, guys. And what I discovered, like I said, it didn't have too much more power after changing the servo than it did before. So that brings me to what I want to talk about. So I see a lot of different opinions about putting steering servos in, and some people say, oh yeah, they run the 20 kilogram steering servos without no problems, they don't need a BEC, this, that, and some of the other. Well, like I said, I didn't this thing wouldn't hardly steer while it was sitting on the table. So I looked up this ESC on traxxass website. This has a built-in BEC, which powers, of course, the servo, and it's a 1 amp 6 volt BEC. Now guys, what you gonna do with 1 amp? I mean, come on, 1 amp. That's puny. That's wimpy. So anyhow, I picked up a little 10 amp BEC, and this is the Castle BEC. I set it. I got the Castle link, so I set this at 6.2 volts. Put shoe goo around the ends of it because it doesn't come waterproof, and we wired it in. And guess what? Now this thing steers like a champ. So yeah, you have to always look at your ESC, guys. That, you know, 1 amp is just not going to run a high-powered servo. That's why they put only a small servo in this thing in the first place. But I see guys saying, "Oh yeah, I can run a 500 inch-ounce servo with stock ESC, and I've been doing it forever, and it works just fine." Well, yeah, you're starving it. You're starving it. But anyway, that's what we've done to the traxxass now. So now we've got the clearance issues taken care of, and I did get an opportunity to run this around a motel and do some testing, and everything that I can see is this truck will now do a whole bunch of lines that it wouldn't do before we did this upgrade. So definitely a good improvement. And now we got the steering servo where, you know, it's got enough power now I can put the front tire on something and flatten it out and it'll still turn. So yeah, BEC is a must in these traxxasses unless you do something with this. And I also, by comparison, went on Axial website and I looked at Axial's ESC, like comes in the SCX 10.2s, and they have I think it's 5 volt 2 amp. So, you know, twice as much amperage as this. And this is why when I put the Savax servo in what was formerly UGLY BUBBA, I didn't have, you know, I seen an improvement. I didn't have too much issues with it, but you know, twice the amperage output of this traxxass servo or ESC. And you know, I also have a new ESC going in this one, an UGLY BUBBA, and it's a hobby wing, 80 amp hobby wing, and that one is rated at 3 amps. So even better, but still not enough for the Reefs 555 servo that's in UGLY BUBBA. So anyhow, we're going to put also BEC in UGLY BUBBA. So anyhow, guys, this is kind of a little quick update of what's going on and why you need a BEC with a traxxass. You just got to have it. 1 amp. I mean, you're not going to upgrade your servo and have any kind of performance with 1 amp. So anyway, I guess that's about it, guys. And until next time, old Uncle Lee, Bogear RC Video saying, I'll see ya.